highest paid and most influential podcast host Joe Rogan just announced that he's tested positive for coronavirus. Rogan telling his 13 million Instagram followers that he was treated with several drugs, and he included Ivermectin on the list, a drug used for livestock that the FDA and the CDC warn against using to treat COVID.
Turns out I got COVID. So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, Ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone, everything.
Joe Rogan getting COVID and taking horse dewormer does not come as a surprise to anyone who is aware of his history of making anti-vaccine statements.
Now, Rogan has dismissed COVID vaccines to his listeners. It's unclear, though, whether he himself was vaccinated or not.
You should, if you're a healthy person and you're exercising all the time and you're young and you're eating well, I don't think you need to worry about this.
I'm RayyVana, and welcome back to RebelHQ. Joe said that he's taking Ivermectin, which is a drug typically used to deworm livestock and other animals. Joe, I know you always joke about being a gorilla, but this is taking the joke a little too far. All jokes aside, there is a human version of Ivermectin, which is probably what Rogan took. However, medical experts have not concluded that Ivermectin is at all helpful in treating COVID-19.
I'm very concerned about this. The data specifically for ivermectin in the use of COVID-19 is very poor with low quality data. So it's unclear if this is effective or safe for the use of COVID-19.
Ivermectin is not a recommended treatment for COVID-19. It is not a recommended drug to prevent COVID-19.
Whether or not Joe Rogan took the human version of Ivermectin doesn't matter. Because when his massive audience hears their favorite podcaster say that he treated COVID with Ivermectin, they don't have the same access or resources that he does. They're not going to get Ivermectin from their doctor. They're going to get it from the feed store.
And officials say 70% obtained the drug from animal supplies. 2 people hospitalized. Officials say most of the reported cases have not been too serious, but they warn taking a dose intended for a 1,000-pound animal could lead to overdose, to seizures, coma, and even death. The FDA tweeting, "You are not a horse, you are not a cow. Seriously, y'all, stop it."
When you have a platform the size that Joe Rogan does, you have to be mindful of the things you say. And you can't be spewing stupid nonsense like this.
If you're 21 years old and you say to me, should I get vaccinated? I go, no.
Yeah.
Are you healthy? Are you a healthy person? Look, don't do anything stupid, but you should take care of yourself.
What we know is that over the last 2 months, particularly with the new UK variant, the B117 variant, this virus has been infecting and hospitalizing young people. Hospitalizations for folks between 18 and 49 are up 50% in the last couple of months.